Do you talk with any of the other anti-GamerGate people?
Um, the only other one that I talk to anymore, and this is like just very, very rarely, is Ana Valens, who used to be pro GamerGate, used to go by the name Space Doctor PhD. Um, but that's like on very rare occasions. We still follow each other on Twitter. Don't really talk to her much, but like I said, it's very rare occasions. But that's about the only other one that I do talk to. I used to have a maybe not friendly, but a cordial at least relationship with a former GamerGhazi mod. I don't remember their name right now,
It
but
was hoax. No.
it was not hoax. It was definitely not hoax. Hoax one is a dick. I don't think there's any sort of friendly relationship that can develop there. No, this was the one that kind of went down the same path that I did, like made modding their full-time job and had a mental breakdown because of it and had to quit. Um, what I remember is they like to talk about the Persona games a lot, and I've never played any of the Persona games before, and they were trying to convince me to play them and give them a shot, and I still haven't to this day. But I just remember that being one of the more memorable conversations that we had. Um, but hopefully they're doing okay now. Last time I talked to them, they were in not a very good place mentally, so hopefully they're doing better.
Yeah, and it's. I hope so too. I really do. It's actually. I learned some horrible news a few days ago. I'm not gonna say who it was on air. I'll tell you off air. But someone in our community died.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Um, but I don't know how much your family wants people to know, so I'll tell you who it was after.
Mhm. Okay.
They were more in my community uh,
Mm.
than I don't know if they posted on Kia too much. Yeah. So it's you reach out to people and you're like, oh my god, like that wasn't really the answer I expected at all.
Yeah, really.
And
That's kind of dark.
yeah. Anyway, to move it towards a more positive light. Also, the Persona games, I've never beat one. They're so fucking long, but I've always enjoyed the ride.
Mm.
I'll say that. I played 3 and 5. 3 is supposed to be,
Mm.
from what I've heard, it's supposed to be amazing. And I played probably, I don't know, like 30, 40 hours into it. And 5 was really good too. So
Mm.
I'd recommend it too. Persona, can't go wrong there.
I think they recommended Persona 4, but Persona 4 Golden specifically. And I remember at the time it was like a Vita exclusive. And I was like, oh, I've got a Vita. I can always pick it up. And then I just never did. So I don't know if I've got the time to dedicate. If they're super long, I definitely don't have the time to dedicate to them anymore.
Yeah, I know the feel. And
RPGs, man.
you mentioned Ana Valens, actually. Her and I used to be on like really good terms. We did streams together. She was
Mm.
even, you know how I was hosting a bunch of panels at convention? Well, bunch. I did two, and I tried to do two more, but one of them I got canceled by a social justice warrior mob. Like no joke. They actually
Mm.
mass contacted the convention, Archon. Remember?
Oh God, yes, I do remember that.
And I still go to the con and like because I've been going there for a decade. Before GamerGate, I was going there. I loved the convention. But and they were willing to work with me 1,000% on this. They're like, yeah, we've got a pro GamerGate person and an anti GamerGate person running the panel. It's gonna be great. Then something came up. She had to drop out um, due to stuff like unrelated to GG. And I'm like, okay, let me try and find a replacement. And as I was trying to find a replacement, um, they were still willing to do it. They were still willing to do it, but they're like, we'd prefer if you got a replacement, but we were still willing to do it. I'm like, great, fantastic. I was in great constant communication with the Archon people the entire time. They were great at always communicating with me by email. We spent dozens of emails, making sure the panel's fair, making sure it's balanced into perspective, making sure that I do a good job with it, and I'm not just like doing a propaganda piece. And it's a real discussion. So everything was great. And then these people on social media mass contacted them, and they pulled the plug. And then they even, I believe, they were dishonest actually about 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 the, because they already gave it the green light, and they're like, well, we were considering doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They said publicly. It's like, that's not true. I've got the
Mm.
emails. They actually said that they were going to do it. Anyway, but then like she blocked me on Twitter later. I don't know. I have no idea why.
Mm.
Literally. But if you want
Weird.
to reach out to her for me, I'd like to interview her as well. And there's a bunch of
Yeah,
anti-Gamergate
I'll see.
people,
I'll see what I can do there.
a bunch of anti-Gamergate people I can get you in touch with too, because a lot of them are willing to talk. Um, but a lot of them who are willing to talk are the more moderate ones, which is cool. I'm glad that they're willing to have the conversation, but they're not going to be like the crazy, insane people.
Yeah.
Can I have a few more moments of your time? Thank you again for watching another book interview clip. The full interview is linked in the description. Right now, I need your help. I'm currently running a Kickstarter campaign for my next recently finished book, Champions of Elanthia. Champions of Elanthia is my in-depth exploration of the world of multi-user dungeons, featuring interviews with a dozen Dragon Realms and Gemstone 4 players, telling their stories and preserving gaming history. You can help me bring this project to life for as little as $5, so please back the Kickstarter today and help me fulfill this dream. I'm also happy to report that the people of GamerGate, Volumes 1 and Volumes 2, are now available on Amazon in both Kindle and hardcover formats. Thank you again for your time.